college football playoff picture and contend for a national title. Reese?
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. The Tigers will put boot to leather, and this will be the start of a new season. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. The Tigers' offense makes its way onto the field to open this game. We get a look at the guy the quarterback will be looking for, T.J. Moore. And you get the idea that he'll be keeping an eye on the kind of day his counterpart is having for their offense.
Hey, I'm just telling you, being around Jesse Palmer all week, these two schools, he wouldn't mind playing for these schools because they develop the wide receiver position year in and year out. They find guys with athletic ability that are playmakers, and it's no different today. Palmer, talk about these two dudes.
Yeah, I mean, you're absolutely right. I mean, they fit this game in the tradition of both these schools, putting out All-American receivers, Bolitnikoff winners, first-round draft picks at the position, and you've got two of those guys here in this game. They're each going to get a bunch of balls thrown their way. They're both so dangerous after the catch. This is a quarterback's dream to get a chance to play in either of these two offenses. This one's going to be fun. There's a really nice play there. The thing I like about this guy, too, his versatility. He's not just good running the ball, but he can catch and he can block. And you think about all the greats they've had at the position in recent years. Versatility at the running back position, being an every down back. And that's exactly what this guy embodies.
There's not a lot more beautiful in football than the play action and the open tight end.
Yeah, because it freezes those linebackers. It freezes those safeties because they have to come up for a second and play the run. And then the big tight ends, big targets on the back end can catch the football and make big plays.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. The play action fake. He fires one deep down the right side. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. Catches it at the 15. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. The Tigers' offense will come out to go on the attack for the first time. One thing that has been a big point in practice, right side of the offensive line and how they can control this edge pressure. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. Neutral zone infraction. Neutral zone infraction will push the ball up 5 yards. After that encroachment penalty, it's now 1st and 5. Handoff, Caden Durham. Defense fills those gaps. He's got one to the 28. Now, guys, when it comes to LSU, you start the season top 25. Clearly, expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early here.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously, some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25.
Got a little grass. Quick step and go. At the 20. Running free, going to the end zone, but way back behind him, there's a flag on the field. They had the explosive score, and it's all for naught as that penalty will take the touchdown off the board. 1st down here for the offense. Movement on the offense, and they'll lose 5 yards on the penalty. Not much of a decision to make there as the defense will move him back. Just a little too eager there, and they'll back up 5, and it's 1st and 15. Here's a give to Durham. He breaks a tackle. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke, and he stopped for a short gain.
I think one thing LSU fans want to see right out the gate with this Lane Kiffin offense, can we get some balance? Durham's been here for a couple of years. You've seen some high moments, Palmer, but they need to get this run game going. They brought in a bunch of offensive linemen in the portal, and especially a big boy over there at left tackle. Interested to see if they can get that run game going.
And they should be able to get it going, too, at LSU, because when you think about Lane Kiffin's offenses back at Ole Miss, I know everybody talks about them throwing the football, but they were always able to run it, too. And you think about guys like Quinshawn Judkins and Kejuan Lacey, they always had a dude back there giving the offense balance. Running the ball successfully is something that I expect we're going to see in Baton Rouge this season. A lot of opportunities for the running backs this year.
Kick is in the air. He came so close to pinning them deep, but maybe just a little too greedy. Tried to get it too close, and it'll come out to the 20. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. And don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Here's a heat. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to pass. Makes the catch. It's Moore. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down.
You know, Clemson football is at its best when they've got that guy at the helm that can be a playmaker. And Cade Klubnik had some of those flashes, right? Like going to the college football playoff the year before. But Clemson returning back to humanity a year ago. Not a good season for them. And Jesse, they didn't go out and get the 5-star commit in the portal. They didn't go out and pay a lot of money. They believe in developing it through high school and the guys they brought in.
Is it the guy, though? Because you mentioned it, David, and you're so right. When they had Deshaun Watson or they had Trevor Lawrence, they were the guy. They were the guy that took this offense, took this entire team to a national championship caliber level. They were true alphas at the quarterback position, and now we're going to find out if this new guy is the guy.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Tight end finds a soft spot. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
This guy just is so comfortable running routes, and he has such a good feel for those soft spots on defense there. They're playing zone coverage, so he's able to find that pocket, make it easy on his quarterback, and they pick up the 1st down.
Plows through the defense. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
It's a bad sign on offense when you have that many people running free at your running back. That means guys up front aren't getting their blocks. Just too many hats getting to the ball carrier. I love his effort, making multiple guys miss, but still, it's a negative play.
And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the 1st.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge 3rd down coming. He wants to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Stopped again. At least they made it back to the line of scrimmage this time.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. This crowd trying to do its part to... He gets a hand on it. Scoops it up, and he's going to try to take it back.
And they had been practicing this all week long. They saw something on film that made them think they could overload them on the right-hand side, and they were able to get back there to block that kick.
Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going. I don't know if the quarterback read the coverage properly on that one, but obviously the result is an incompletion.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Green. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. Looking to pass. It's Levin. Not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
We talked to the coaches coming into this one. They know field position was going to be a huge factor for them winning this one. They had a really nice punt earlier in this game. Great job getting down and covering it. Won't surprise me if they decide to play it safe again here on 4th.
The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. The run inside. It's Davidson. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. That is the senior offensive lineman who's shaken up. Holly Rowe will check on his condition. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man on the right. Turning it on. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move.
We always talk about Yak, and that was 3rd and very manageable. They were just throwing the ball to the sticks, just trying to pick up a simple 1st. But when you've got playmakers like that can do things after the catch, any play could be an explosive one, and you saw it right there. Tremendous job getting it to him early, and he does the rest.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Right down the middle. It's complete. That's his 1st catch of the season, and they believe he is a freshman who can contribute a lot early. This guy has the look of the next big play receiver at Clemson in the vein of T. Higgins or Mike Williams.
Or DeAndre Hopkins or Sammy Watkins. I mean, the list is pretty lengthy of guys that are big, explosive, fast, and they can really win on the outside. And Clemson, as much as anybody, they're going to catch the ball, spit it to those guys, let them go make plays.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Pulls and fires complete. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Love the play call on the RPO. That time the defender bites on the run fake, and that opens up the window for the slant coming in behind him. Nice job.
This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. Trying to run, it's Haynes. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped.
And another nice gain by the offense. All right, defense, we got to change something up here. They're putting a big drive together, play after play, having a lot of success. How do we break the rhythm? How do we give them something that can create a tackle for a loss or a sack or something to get momentum back on my side?
He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Both sides trying to find a little rhythm and efficiency and move the ball some here as we start the second quarter. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Wants to fire on second down. And the sack all the way back at the 5.
Well, they take a sack right down by the goal line, guys, and I think the route concept really didn't help the quarterback out there. Normally you're thinking this is going to be a quick hitter, get the ball out of his hands fast, but that was a very slow developing route concept. I think that's the biggest reason he got sacked.
Caught! And he will score! Touchdown, Clemson!
Oh, man, and the quarterback knew exactly where he was going with this football at the pre-snap. He saw the matchup he liked, and he took advantage of it.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So it's an 80-yard drive, and the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. This offense has been stagnant so far. 1-2-3 kick the last time they had the ball, and this time really needing to get a score. Complete out left to Wilson. And they pick up just a few on that completion. LSU quick to the line.
And, man, this offense is going to be so much fun to watch. How fast can they get it to click, right? Because every single player that we're going to highlight, whether we do talk about the receivers right now, they're all new. The offensive line's all new. The quarterback's new. Everyone in this program is new, Palmer, and it's on Kiffin to make it work and make it work quickly.
Well, the one thing you know is with this Lane Kiffin offense, these receivers are going to get theirs. They're going to get catches, and you got a really good quarterback in Sam Levitt coming over from Arizona State to give you that opportunity. So while Thomas and Anderson from a year ago, those guys declare, there's a big opportunity. There's a lot of spots up for grabs here for these receivers to go down the field, make a ton of plays, stat it up, and score points for this offense.
Has an update.
Guys, here on the Clemson sideline, one thing I'm really keeping my eyes on here today, guys, this quarterback is banged up. He told me before the game that he has had to really fight through some soreness throughout the course of this week. I can tell you he's already taken some contact, and it is definitely a storyline that I am following throughout the course of this game. I'll keep you posted with everything I hear down here on the sidelines. Back to you.
Ollie, keep an eye on that one for us.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And that's a really good job by this defense, a complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Moving out to the right. Trying to make magic on the score. Oh, it's a fumble. And the ball will bounce out of bounds on the fumble.
Offense, you're thinking first down, get the first down on third down. Man, you can't put the ball on the turf, but at least the ball went out of bounds. Now you got a decision to make what you want to do on fourth down. Could have been a turnover, could have been worse there.
They'll field this one in tight quarters. They stop him immediately, flying down the field and get to him before he can even get started. So the LSU Tiger offense comes out to start this drive. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Grabbed in the middle, it's Green. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. Behind the chains now on second and long.
If we're able to find a tight end for an easy completion, a good job tackling.
Could be an alley. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on first down.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot, get the first down, lower your shoulder. I don't need a big play. I just want another set of downs. Nice job running the option, knowing where the first down marker is.
LSU right back to the line. I don't think he was the primary receiver on that play, David, but a very productive pickup on first down.
And these tight ends are so good at understanding zones and where to sit down. And listen, it's not the huge gain down the field, but it's always death by 1,000 cuts. Small gains, great tackles, and continue to move the sticks.
Handoff, Caden Durham. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up second and 10. They want to get this defense on its heels.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Breaks into the open. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's first and 10. The Bayou Bengals have been able to put on an aerial circus in recent years, but the foundation, the running game.
Don't forget about the run game. That starts everything, right? Because you can run it, you can throw it, you can create some balance and keep defenses off guard. But I think LSU does a really good job of always establishing the run game first. Then they'll get to their playmakers and all the speed out wide.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, second and 7. Catch in the middle, it's Harris. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Dropping back, it's Levin. Pressure coming. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
I like the decision by the quarterback there because it's third and short. You're in field goal range. Can't take a sack and knock yourself out of that field goal range, and you certainly don't want to force the football into traffic, risking an interception. Throw it away. Now you can kick the field goal if you want to.
And it's no good. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game. Clemson comes out its offense ready to go on the attack. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Paul.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so you got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of him.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling past and kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, he'll pick up yards in a hurry.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Fires to the tight end. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. Running inside, it's Haynes. 9-yard pickup on the play. It's now 2nd and 1. Let's take a second and talk about Clemson. The only important expectations are the ones inside the program, but when you start the season on the outside of the rankings looking in, it can give you a little bit of an edge, can it?
Yeah, they want to prove to everybody they should have been ranked coming into this year. These players are angry. They feel like they're being disrespected, and they want to make a point to the entire college football world with a big win today.
Yeah, and you hear it all off season, and you see it every year. The teams come out of nowhere, and they feel like they've got a lot of potential, a lot of high-ranked players on the squad, and they're going to put it together, and then they'll get themselves into those rankings.
How frustrating is that? You're that running back. Where were you supposed to go? There was absolutely no lane for him on that play.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Finds him out of the backfield. And they get him down short of the first down marker. Following the completion, we get a stoppage to check out the injured player. You hate to see this, all of the work in the offseason and an injury this early in the year. The LSU offense comes out to start this drive. Here's Caden Durham to begin the drive. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Trying play action. Throws to the wideout. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
You know, this defense knew the offense was going to try to take shots vertically down the field and do it in a variety of ways. That time, they were able to defend the corner route and swat the ball down.
Right on the money. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. LSU quick to the line. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Death Valley has a well-earned rep of being intimidating. It is nice to be the quarterback, to have everything on your side.
And to have everything quiet. It's the loudest place by far that I ever played. I mean, for an entire game, they are on their feet, yelling, screaming. Now listen, we can't play all the words they're yelling, Reese, but they are an intimidating crowd.
Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. Keeps it himself. He stopped short of the sticks. They're still in field goal range if they choose to kick it here. Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Lets it fly deep downfield. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt.
So many factors go into making the big play in the big moment, calling the right play, getting protection. You got it all dialed up. It's perfect. And then he does that, drops the ball right in his hands.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Davidson. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. It's a thing at Clemson to run downhill, literally, usually when they enter the stadium. But sometimes it feels like this running game's doing that.
They run down the hill, and a lot of times they don't stop, Reese, because they keep the tempo and they keep the foot on the gas, and that's what Clemson's kind of built this offense on is tempo, trying to wear you out, and they slip in the run game and the quick passing game and the running QB and so many things to look at.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking to fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Back to throw, it's Denson. Fires to the wideout. Can't hang on to the ball. He had it right in his chest, and it'll be fourth down. Clemson will send the punt team out. And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They'll start on the ground with Durham. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. LSU right back to the line.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Down to 2 minutes to play in the half. And the referee signal for the 2-minute timeout. Looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 28. Looking to throw for it. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. He'll try to make the catch in traffic. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
You know, for quarterbacks out there throwing screen throws, part of your job on this play is negotiating the defender. You have got to find some way to get that ball to your running back. You can't let the defense knock that away.
This has been happening all night. They stubbornly keep giving him the ball, and the defense is all over it. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge 3rd down coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. And the incomplete pass on 3rd down, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's about. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Hauls it in and looking upfield. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. Back to pass, it's Levin. Looking for a big gain. Picked off to stop the threat. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
Well, the safety did a great job staying back in that cover 2 look. He's got basically that half of the field. He's reading the quarterback's size, and he knows where he's going with it. He was able to make a jump on the ball and end up picking it off.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. The Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. The run inside. It's Haynes. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Timeout called by LSU. That's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Right back to the well. And they'll stop him short of the first down, and they've got a timeout if they want to try to get the ball back before halftime. Now the Tigers will spend their third and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Secures it at the 30. The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarm him under for no gain. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Carl. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
He's taking the shot. Oh, and he just dropped it so close to his second interception of the game. Instead, it'll be second down.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing the pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
Short gain on the play before he slides. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. Let's start with a look at Oregon State taking on the number 21 team, the Houston Cougars. And it's the Beavers, able to pull off the upset by just a score. Going to be fun to see how this changes up the rankings, pushing them to 1-0 on the short season. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Now over to your game at Tiger Stadium in Baton Rouge. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. With that said, let's send it back to the guys in Baton Rouge.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. Just about set to get this second half underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Holly, what's the story as we start this second half?
Hey, guys, checking in with the Tigers head coach. He is very pleased with his defense right now. As you know, this quarterback that they're facing has got so much hype and so much attention, but they have been able to contain him in the first half. They get the ball here to start the second. We'll see if this defense can keep up that same momentum and shut down that quarterback here in the third. Guys?
Okay, Holly. Got a man. It's Harris. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. LSU quick to the line. Here's a give to Durham. Tackled there by the defense. 4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a fifth. Scanning the field, it's Levin. Unloads to the wideout. Hauls it in. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. He'll set up to throw. Fires to the wideout. It's in. Complete, and he's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon.
Neutral zone under attack.
The offense moved, but it was because the defender jumped into the neutral zone, and the offense will pick up the 5. So that penalty will give this offense a little boost. Here comes 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Caught on the left side by Wilson. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. He wants to throw it again. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Outside the pocket, lets it go. Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. From the red zone, it's Durham. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. The Tigers want to pick up the tempo. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And the extra point was good, no incident there, and we are tied up in the 3rd. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. On the run from inside his own 5. He's tackled right there, but a good job to pick his way and find some room on that return. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. Now they'll try to answer that score with one of their own and regain the lead here in the 3rd. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking to fire. Blasted as he lets it go. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working. Ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. Clemson will send the punt team out. They'll be forced to kick for the 6th time tonight. Not a lot of room to make this catch. They stop him immediately, flying down the field, and get to him before he can even get started. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. The Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
Looking to throw, it's Levin. Get it out on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. This will be the 5th kick of the night. Catches it cleanly at the 20. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. They'll start this drive going to the air. Fires to the tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size, still got him on the turf. And the Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Running inside, it's Johnson. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened here.
2nd down, he'll throw it. He tries to take the top off. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
And this offense has really struggled. And the only play they've made is to him out wide. So I understand why they're going back to him. But they've got to find something to get kick-started, to get moving, to get grooving. They've really, really struggled outside of the one play to that receiver out wide.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
Maybe one notch of adrenaline too much on the punt there. It hits about a yard deep in the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Here's Caden Durham to begin the drive. There he goes. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Rides to back and leaves it. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. LSU right back to the line. Off the play fake. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. We've seen a lot of the punt team 6th time tonight. A high kick trying to pin them deep. Catch is made at the 15. The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarm him under for no gain. Clemson comes out its offense ready to go on the attack. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Great job on the back end in coverage. DB staying in the hip pocket of the target and was able to swat that ball away.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge third down coming. Now the play fake. Gets it out fast. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away.
One of the things I love about this defense, they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Harris. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Contact in the neutral zone leads to that penalty. Good news for the offense. The defense really hurt itself with that penalty. Now it's 2nd and 8. Handoff, Caden Durham. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. He's now over the century mark with 102 yards rushing. And with that run, he's now over 100 yards on this opening day. The sure hands, it's Green. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on film.
Here's Durham one more time. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
And man, this is a big decision coming up, right? Like, this is still a tie football game. So if you get stopped on 4th down, man.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Quarterback on the keeper. And he's not even going to come close to the marker on 4th down.
Great job by the defense there. They were not caught off guard in that situation on the field. This offense might decide to go for it on 4th down. They're going to make the play. Their offense now takes over. And if I'm the play caller here, I am taking a shot in a sudden change situation. Let me see if I can throw one deep and make this team pay for not getting that 4th down.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football, even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. Just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front, too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there. He didn't have it.
It's complete.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together, putting a drive like this together. Now, let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the end zone.
Clemson will come to the line with the 1st and goal. Run in the red zone. It's Davidson. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
All right, so now you're in this 3rd down situation close to the goal line, and it just feels, David, like they're going to have to throw the football in order to score a touchdown here. I like maybe trying to get the quarterback outside on the perimeter and give him a run.
Touchdown, Clemson! Clemson. And that one will give them the lead.
Well, this offense needed a touchdown. No doubt that that was the guy the QB was going to be looking for on that play.
PAT unit on the field. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. They made sure that good field position paid off, going 45 yards. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the LSU Tiger offense comes out to start this drive. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Caught over the middle. It's Brown. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down. There's no need to panic or anything, but this would be a really opportune time to put something together and try to take control of this game.
And sometimes you just come out as the favorite, and you're a little bit flat, and you expect to win. And sometimes that leads to slow starts, but I think if they can get that passion, that adrenaline, they get a little fired up right here, I think they'll take care of business.
And they just got to make a play. They just got to get something positive to happen here, sort of wake them up, and then put another play back-to-back, and all of a sudden they get that momentum going. We know they've got the dudes. They've got the studs on both sides of the ball to win this football game. It just needs to start with one small.
LSU quick to the line.
And I love linebackers, man, that just have a nose for the football, an absolute feel. Great job not losing vision, feeling the running back start to come out of the backfield to catch the football, and then doing the most important part. Probably the hardest, too, getting him on the ground.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. When you play receiver for this guy, you better be ready to catch the football. He spread it all over the place through the first 3 periods. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They'll go back to work with the first down in the final period. Off play action. Wilson open on the right side. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. They'll go to the counter play. Oh, he's got some space. Oh, he got loose. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. First down here as we dive into the college football season. A week 1 clash that has been worth every minute of it so far. Looking downfield, it's Levitt. Bought a little time, lets it go. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Got his man. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Touchdown, Tigers! Right on the money, he makes the grab in the end zone. The Tigers are back on top.
And we're not not surprised, right? Finding the big fella down in the red area. Like the power forwards, those guys that basically set up shop, rebound, go get it. You know if somebody's on, they can still make the catch. A lot of times they say quarterback's best friend, tight end, especially in the red zone.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the fourth. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive, and they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Tie game, fourth quarter, plenty of time to work with, exactly where you want to be in this one. Keeping it on the ground inside, it's Johnson. And he knocked him down after a gain of 3 to the 23. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Looking to the big tight end. And he dropped it. Just didn't hook the thing all the way in.
And we talk to teams week after week and quarterbacks and coaches. And what do they always say, man? Quarterback's best friend is a tight end. Well, that play right there, he wasn't his best friend. You don't see a lot of drops from him, but, man, he had an opportunity to catch that one.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Clemson will send the punt team out. Fair catch is collected at the 24, and that's where they'll start this drive. The LSU offense comes out to start this drive. They tied it up with a touchdown drive, got some good work from their defense, and now here in the fourth quarter, an opportunity to move on top. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards.
Encroachment defense.
The encroachment penalty on the D gives the offense a free 5 yards. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. To the air, it's Levitt. Flips it out to the back. Turning it on! Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. The Tigers want to crank the tempo.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing him the football. He's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in this offense because he'll continue to make big plays.
So now it's 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Makes the catch. It's Durham. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. LSU moving quickly, going to work again on first down.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Got it in the middle. It's Green. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Just a quick rhythm throw there, and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through the progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
The run inside. It's Berry. They make the stop inside the 25, working closer to that red zone, a gain of 6. Line of scrimmage will be the 24.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
They feed him again. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. The Tigers kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Makes the catch. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Looking for a gap. It's Berry. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Offside.
And you got to focus, right? The first thing you're looking at as a defensive lineman, the first thing you understand is the ball starts with a snap count. I have to line up, see the ball. When the ball moves, I move. I know it's simple, but you still see guys jumping off sides all the time.
They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the first down and get the sticks moving.
And this offense can just about taste taking the lead in the fourth quarter, but you do want to be careful not to score too quickly.
And this offense shows right away on first down. They're willing to pass down here. Does this soften them up a little bit for the run here on second down and goal?
Got nothing last time. Now second and goal from the 3. To the air. It's Levitt. Looking for the score. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Second and goal, no dice for this offense. If I'm on offense right now, I'm thinking about who are my mismatches? Who are my big bodies out wide that I can throw them the football and they can make a play over top of somebody?
Bringing the heat. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And he got it! They take the lead here in the fourth.
All field goals are not created equal, guys. Kicks in the fourth quarter to take the lead. They just seem to carry so much more weight. So give that young man credit for getting out there and knocking that thing through the uprights with all of the pressure, with all the eyeballs on him. He delivered.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. After giving up that field goal, they find themselves trailing and trying to do something about it on this drive. Looking to throw on first down. Escapes the pressure to his right. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking.
I know he's got the height and the weight of a tight end, but, man, the way he runs routes and how good he is with the ball in his hands, it just reminds you of a wide receiver. He's so athletic. This is a guy that has a basketball background in high school, and you see it pan out. Every time he has the football, he just looks like the best athlete on the field. For a big guy, very, very unique.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Throws to the wideout. Grabbed on the right side, that's Wesco. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. They had the first down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on second down. Still second down, but now the offense is operating behind the chains. They'll run play action. Fires to the right. He's got it. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
One of the things I like about this tight end is he's a target vertically down the field. That was a post route that time. And if you want to try to cover him with a linebacker, probably not going to be fast enough. You want to cover him with a safety, probably not going to be big enough. That's the matchup nightmare this guy can be, and his quarterback well aware of it on that throw.
Running inside, it's Johnson. Makes it past the marker. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run the guys, and get them on the ground, for goodness sakes. This guy is fast.
Snags it, and there's running room. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
I think really good wide receivers do a good job of making every route kind of look the same. You could tell this looked like a vertical route. So if I'm a DB, I'm bailing, and all of a sudden he sits that hitch down. Nice job by the wide receiver, creating enough separation to create a positive game.
He just carries it face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Enormous play coming right here. Third down, and this crowd is bringing down the house. They'll try to run for it. Runs through a tackle. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up fourth down. So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. And it's good! Tie ball game here in the fourth.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. And as they say, it's a brand new ball game. That field goal tied it up, and now let's see if they can put together a winning drive. The defender crossed the line a little bit too early. It's a free 5 yards for the offense. Defense made that job a little easier after the encroachment. It's 1st and 5. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Durham. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play. And after that play, there is a Tiger who has yet to get up. The junior running back slow to get up. We hope this is just momentary. Howie Rowe will keep an eye on everything for us. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. On the run, it's Berry. Picks up the 1st down. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. LSU right back to the line.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum. And what do? They keep their foot on the gas, right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Here comes the hurry up.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
So the offense accepts the penalty, and they'll get a little farther away from their own end zone. They send 4 receivers onto the field, 2 to the right, 2 to the left on 2nd and 6. Back to throw, it's Levitt. Complete, out left to Wilson. And he's brought down after a nice gain. LSU with the 1st and 10 here. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Grab behind the line, it's Berry. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
It didn't look to me, guys, like the QB and his target were on the same page on that outbreaking route. I'm not sure if they both thought it was man or zone or what was happening, but I think that helped lead to the incompletion.
Keeps it, throws toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And he got it!
Big-time kick right there, man. Fourth quarter, clutch time. You needed to come through to take the lead, and now the pressure goes to the defense. You got to keep this lead. Got to get a stop or two more, and you can get the dub in this football game.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. After giving up that field goal, they find themselves trailing and trying to do something about it on this drive. And the throw out to the sideline, good for a few. Trying to give them some room to work with. Stopped just short of the 20. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 19.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Back to pass on second down. Going downfield for the big play. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. Takes it on the return. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. The defense will have to key on the run and try to get this ball back. They'll start on the ground with Durham.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we've got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
Holds and fires complete to the right. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. The defense working to manage that clock. They use the timeout, 1:55 remaining.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. Showing some serious leg strength on that boomer. And he'd hoped to pin him deep. Instead, it will be a touchback. Clemson comes out its offense ready to go on the attack. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. First play of the drive, wants to throw. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. A costly holding penalty backs him up. It's 1st and 20. Wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
And that's a good job by this defense. The 2-minute situations can be tough, especially communicating. And you know they want to push the ball down the field. But a lot of times it's towards the sidelines. They protect the middle of the field, play great defense all across the board.
And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. Rush is on him. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
After that incompletion, 4th and long now on your own side of the field, you're trailing in the 4th quarter. What's your go-to play call here in the passing game? Where is the matchup?
He unleashes a long one. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
Nice job by this defense in a clutch moment. You knew they were going to throw the football. 4th down, great coverage, break on the football, force the incompletion, and more importantly, you get the ball back to your offense with a chance to just run this clock and get out of here with a win.
Looking to throw, it's Levin. Got his man on the outside. Clemson calls its second timeout. And they'll still have one timeout left at their disposal.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to the running back, closing space and getting that fast dude on the ground.
Now the Tigers will use their third and final timeout. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. The quarterback takes a snap and takes a knee.
I love the awareness by the defense there. 3rd and long, everybody in the building thinking this is going to be a pass. But up front, they were very, very aware that they might see run. They did a really good job playing with their eyes. They rally to the ball, they get the TFL, and now they set up 4th and long.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Pretty much down to cases here, David. They have to execute quickly to have a shot at the end.
And obviously you want to do everything you can to make it as short a Hail Mary as possible, right? So try to get a chunk right here before you have to take Jesse that big shot to the end zone.
And you know they're already dialing up that shot play, right? Who has the best hands on offense? Who has the best size? Who can go up high point the football and win you this game?
They get to him as he throws.
And the defense is smelling blood in the water at this juncture. They know the offense is going to throw it, and that's why you see these D linemen and linebackers, man, they are pinning their ears back, getting after the quarterback, and to hit that time, help force the incompletion.
Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time, breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
Well, they're down a possession, and they're on their own side of the 50, so they need a big one right here. They've just thrown 3 straight incompletions, but it just takes one. It just takes one big play down the field to all of us.
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time. They bring him down, but that great defensive play might be overturned. Let's see what the call is. So the game will continue for at least one more play as the penalty gives the offense an untimed down. Wants to throw on 1st down. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. As disappointing as this is, everything's still in front of this team. I mean, think back to 1983 Miami. Got blown out in the opener but won the national championship.
You're absolutely right, Reese. Lots to play for here. And there's no doubt when you watch this team, they've got the talent to get it done. They got to execute better. They got to iron out some of these mistakes we saw here on the field today. But I think if this is a team, if they stay healthy throughout the course of the year, David, they've got a lot to play for this season.
Goodness gracious, I guess I'm the only one that caught the 1983 reference. I know you two guys were alive. I wasn't even alive yet. Good Lord, you guys are old. Like, this is a long time ago. Can you use a little better reference there, Reese Davis?
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.